So I feel like most budget van builds are not actually budget. Like, you'll type that into YouTube and you'll see $35,000 vans. And it's like, all right, it could cost more than that, but it's still pretty freaking expensive. I wouldn't be able to pay that as a 19-year-old college student, but I'll tell you right now, this van cost me $3 grand. The kitchen I just put in here cost less than $150, and we're gonna add up all the costs as I take you through this little tour here. But the entire thing cost less than $5,000 and took a couple weeks with the build. And so I think I can honestly say that this may be the best budget van build you're gonna find on YouTube in terms of what I was able to get for the price that I paid. You guys know, if you watch this channel, I'm all about making things work when you're young, making money in creative ways, and putting it to good use. So I just left on a 40-day trip across the United States. So far, I've gone from Massachusetts to Rochester, New York, to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I'm continuing to go west and travel all over the US. And we saved over $4,000 from side hustles that we tried on this channel, and we're gonna use that as a budget for the traveling. So go ahead and subscribe or hit the like button or something if you wanna help support my channel and keep watching my videos. But anyways, let's get right into what I have in this van and how I built it. And before I explain how I built this, I figure I should give you a tour of the inside of the van, and I also figure I should do it at the time that it looks the worst, when it's the messiest, which is right after I'm done cooking, to actually show you like kind of what it's actually like in here. So of course we got the bed here, and this is like legal seats that you can sit in while you're driving, but then I have a fun little button here, and that's gonna make it go down. I'm not gonna put it all the way down though, but yeah. And then underneath I keep some random stuff. I keep my camera equipment and all my stuff like that. And then of course, let me take you to my kitchen. So here is my sink here. It's got a little electric faucet that runs with clear water, gray water here, and that just goes down the drain. And so I can wash my dishes in here. I still got to do that after cooking some lunch. But then I've got, you know, an oven, not an oven, a stove, and that runs off of propane. Just open the window and cook on that. Got a little bit of silverware in here. And then my pantry, I've got some pans, I've got, you know, some vegan mac and cheese, some stuff like that. You know, the basics. And then for my electricity, there's a few different things I use. So I have this inverter up front, which allows me to kind of use just normal outlets out of my car. And then I also like charge my phone out of that and everything like that. And I also have, you know, a charger here. And so that's what's running off of the car battery. And the car battery seems to last really long. Like, I can leave these lights on overnight and no worries with that. But if my car were to die, I would be able to jump it. I have jumper cables that come out of this guy, which is my backup power source, and can charge off of the car, and then also runs into this outlet here. So I can use this outlet if I don't want to drain my car battery. And you know, I have a few other things. I have this battery powered light strip that kind of adds some brighter light. We got some reflectors to keep out the sun if it's too hot out. And we've got, this is where I keep my clothes and, you know, some important kind of trunk stuff. This is where I keep my food. This is my cooler. And then lastly, in my actual trunk, I've got a vacuum cleaner, my electric skateboard, some backup propane, all the essentials, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you're building a van, or at least when I was building my van, I was looking at three main things: how much it costs, how easy it is to build, and of course, how nice the accommodations are inside. So instead of trying to make a compromise and just focus on one or two of those things, I tried to make them all fit into my plan. So first of all, what kind of vehicle are we working with here? Well, a few months ago, I bought this 1997 Ford Econoline conversion van with 93,000 miles on it for $3,000. And the benefit to buying an older, relatively low mileage conversion van like that, well, it may take you some time to search for one online, is that it's most likely already gonna have a bed and some lights throughout it, so you can pretty much skip that part of the process of building the bed or wiring and all that. Plus, in my case, it came with a TV and some questionably out-of-style carpeting to make it nice and cozy, and since it's 24 years old, it was really cheap for the mileage. First, to give you some context, when I bought it, since it was a conversion van, I figured I might not really actually have to build on it at all, so I bought a portable heater and some other stuff to make it livable and figured that would do the trick. But then after I tried living in it for a week, I realized I didn't need the two middle seats that would have been right here, and it would actually be really nice to free up some space, include a countertop with a built-in inline stove, get a sink with running water, get some cabinet space, stuff like that to make it really feel like a home. So the first thing I needed was some kind of housing for all this stuff, and I went on Craigslist, the Craigslist free section, and got a used bathroom vanity, which is just like the thing a sink would typically go on, and I got it for absolutely free. And then I got my trusty camping propane stove, cut off the top wind blocker attachment for it, and built a little shelf so the stove would be flush with the countertop. And I had a lot of help from my dad along the way, so I would definitely recommend having someone else to work with if you can, even if it's just to motivate you to keep working on it when you have a chance. Like, my dad definitely knew more about building stuff than I did, but he wasn't an expert on it or anything. So it's a part of the benefit is really just having someone to motivate you to work on it whenever you have the chance. Then I bought a $30 piece of birch wood from Lowe's to be the countertop. I covered it in epoxy to give it a nice shine. And now that I had a stove, I was really excited to add a sink. But this was also the thing I was most nervous about because I have absolutely no plumbing experience, and it seemed really overwhelming to like have to put in pipes or whatever. But I went ahead and bought a teak salad bowl for about 24 bucks with shipping from eBay, a freshwater jug from Amazon for 15 bucks, a rechargeable faucet for 13, and a drain system for another 13 bucks from my local hardware store. So overall, the sink was gonna cost me $65, and I was ready to get to work. We got this bowl here, and we're gonna try to put in the right-sized hole to put in this like sink drain. Yeah, I'm just making a video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I drilled a hole for the drain and fixed it in with some silicone glue, and then cut out a hole in the countertop for it.
See that?
And covered up the edges with actually the rope from one of my childhood swings. And then the electric faucet connects to the freshwater jug, while the drain goes into a gray water jug. So honestly, a lot simpler than I thought it would be, because the idea of plumbing was really intimidating to me, but all it really was connecting a few tubes, and you can kind of jank it up. You don't have to do it super perfectly. Okay, now what else? Add another shelf, add a divider for my silverware with some knob holes.
Who you calling a knob hole?
That was stupid.
It just took too long to fit onto the knobs just perfectly so they don't drag or anything, but kind of a nice little touch there, I think.
And then attach an outlet that can connect to my portable battery, and just like that, we've got a mini kitchenette with a sink, a stove, a pantry, a wall outlet powered by a mobile electric generator. I did a few more things like cut out reflectors to stay cool in the summer, and get a little hitch with a trailer for storage for clothes, and a cooler for any non-dry food. But overall, that's really the bulk of the conversion. So then if we add everything up, even in terms of stuff that I bought for my kind of no-build van build that I did before this, some of which I'm not even still using, the whole thing only cost me $4,736. And I'm super happy with that, seeing as I have a place to sleep, a sink that I can use to do the dishes and wash my hands, brush my teeth, all that good stuff. I still have 5 legal car seats so I can bring people with me. It's really all you need, and I think I did it in one of the cheapest ways possible. I'd love to answer any questions you have or help with any tips for building your own van. I read all my comments and answer most of them, so I'll definitely get back to you if you have a question like that. And make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Maybe subscribe down below to follow me around on to some of the coolest places in the United States, and also learn strategies to make money, save money, put it to good use, kind of escape the 9 to 5 and just live the life you want to live. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's it for today. I love all the support you've been giving me and my channel, and we've got some really cool stuff coming up, so I will see you in my next video.